Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together, we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting live. I'm in the People's Republic of California.
And I'm in the state of Utah, still in the bunker on special assignment. A couple more
Yep,
days.
yep. And we're here to do science and technology. Get out of here.
Yep. Yeah, we're talking about what everybody loves, either loves or hates. We're talking about money.
Yep. New research shows that regularly saving money and paying off debt isn't just good for your wallet. It's a powerful way to boost mental health and resilience, no matter your income. Finance experts at the University of South Australia have found that maintaining consistent savings and paying off credit card debt on time can play a significant role in enhancing mental health. The research was published in Stress and Health on May 21st, 2025. Would you like to know more?
Yeah, that makes sense, right? New research from, is that UNISA or UNISA?
Yeah, University of South Australia.
Okay, highlights a strong connection between healthy financial practices and better mental well-being, which may also contribute to greater productivity and improved employment outcomes. This positive link was observed across all levels of income and social status. The study analyzed data from the household income and labor dynamics in Australia, which is HILDA survey. This long-term database includes information on the economic status, mental and physical health, job patterns, family health, and personal experiences of more than 17,000 Australians aged 15 and older, collected between 2001 and 2021. So, long study.
So think about the opposite of this. My personal experience. I was a young couple, two little babies. I was full-time school, full-time work, ROTC, and we had debt, and sometimes I'd have to go give blood to get milk, or bread. So, sell my blood or plasma. So that was very stressful. I remember those days. Very stressful. Now that I'm mature, we've got everything paid off but the mortgage, and we're working on paying that down. So, and we're happy. I mean, we're obeying the commandments, so living after the manner of happiness. But
It, it,
stark
it's
difference.
it's very comforting to know that you can live within your means.
Yes.
That you're not going to be um, stretching it or trying to scrape at the end of the month to pay bills, and then the biggest issue with this, right, is that it's all starts all over again at the beginning of the month. You get to the end of the month and
Yeah.
it
It's a
starts all over.
cycle.
The bills
A
come in.
cycle of stress. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So you're talking about financial resilience, Scott.
right.
Researchers discovered that individuals who follow consistent financial routines, specifically saving money regularly and paying off credit cards promptly, reported not only better mental health, but also higher levels of energy, stronger social connections, and overall life satisfaction. Makes sense.
Yeah. Professor of Applied Economics and member of the University of South Australia's Centre for Markets, Values and Inclusion, Rajabrata Banerjee,
Banerjee.
Banerjee says while the link between financial behaviors and mental health is already known, research into patterns of consistent behavior and the impact on mental health was lacking. Okay.
Quote, we already know that having high debt and low savings has a negative impact on mental health, but we wanted to learn more about the positive financial behaviors, such as how regularly someone saves or pay off their debt that may reduce financial strain and cause less worry about money and better mental health, he says.
Quote again, considering Australians are already facing cost of living pressures and the ongoing mental, and everybody's that way, right? It's not just
Everybody. Yep.
Australians. In the ongoing mental health crisis since the COVID-19 pandemic, we wanted to investigate what part positive financial behaviors can play in significantly altering mental health.
Yeah, especially during the idiocracy for the last 4 years, people were eking out a living, and now we're just starting to claw our way out of that.
Right.
Quote, we found that people who are saving and regularly putting money aside have the best mental health. Those who don't save at all had the worst mental health in terms of paying off credit card debt. The same principle applies, end quote.
Yeah. To examine the effect of cost of living pressures, the study also investigated whether financial burden was a factor that influenced regular savings and debt behaviors. Financial burden was measured by the cost of utilities like electricity, gas, and water, adjusted based on how close someone is to retirement. And yeah, we all know here, we talked about it much, we got the organized crime family of Southern California Edison controlling our electricity here, and they are ruthless. So
Well, Southwest Gas is not one step behind them. I mean, those are high rates too.
they are right, and our water company,
Oh, our water, yeah, Liberty. Oh
Liberty,
my God.
they are, yeah, they're pretty high. They're not the highest in the valley. They're not the highest in the valley, but they're pretty high. So, and there's nothing you can do about that, right?
No.
I mean, you can't.
Well,
I mean,
solar,
other than
you
go
could do
solar,
solar, but that costs money.
right? You could cut off your natural gas and put in a propane tank, but propane is expensive.
You could drill a well and hope that there's water down there.
Yeah, depending on where you live. I mean, they used to allow people to do that in the town of Apple Valley, but from what I understand, they've cut that off. That if you're living within the town limits. So, but anyway, those are options. Or you can tank, you can haul your water in, I guess, but those are just not feasible to do. So, and
So cool.
wells are like 25, 30 grand, or they were. And
Well,
that's
I think it's higher.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how deep you go. I mean, it really does.
And if you hit rock, rock, then it's like game changing. So anyway.
All right. The study found that sharp increases in utility prices placed a greater financial burden on younger people, like I said, who typically have low savings and high debt. This burden further strains their finances and negatively impacts their savings and debit behaviors and mental health, Professor Banerjee says. I think Banerjee meant to say debt behaviors.
Yeah. Is this going on with Dr. or Professor Banerjee's quote?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The study also found that the positive impact of savings behavior on mental health was stronger for men than women, indicating that in Australia, financial management is still dominated by men, therefore resulting in a greater impact for that group.
Okay, so this is interesting. My first wife, we had her, because I was working, I was just going in so many directions. We had her, do the budget and make sure we had, everything, was working. And then in the successive marriages, including this one, I controlled the debt. Not the debt.
Freudian slip there.
The budget, so that I could get out of debt. So and it's worked really well with my current wife. We've really got out of debt. We just have that mortgage, 2 electric cars and no student loans and no credit card debt. So yeah.
Well, since you mentioned that, I have to add kudos to my wife, because she is the one that handles our finances for the most part, and she does a great job. She's on top of it, and yeah, it's amazing. So, hats off.
However, the study found that stable financial behaviors led to good mental health, irrespective of whether an individual is from a higher or lower socioeconomic background, signifying that even saving a small amount when expenses are high can lead to better mental health.
It's always good to have a little bit of savings, right? Just, and if you just work on it, start a little bit now and just add to it, and just, because I mean, we're all going to have rainy days, right? We're all going to have issues when something comes up, and it's tough. Again, I can see where that would affect your mental well-being.
You remember when Kamala Harris said in an interview that many people are $400 away from a bankruptcy?
Yeah.
While she was vice president.
Yeah. Professor Banerjee says financial hardship can be a profoundly disheartening experience that can have a detrimental effect on someone's mental health, as well as their long-term economic interests. And I would add it can affect your marriage too.
Yeah. Finances are the number one.
Yeah.
Yep. Quote, when individuals are financially strained, they often can't save as much or invest, so they miss out on growth and meeting those goals they might have set for the future. People can also become reliant on borrowing to meet their basic needs, and this can lead to high interest payments and continuous debt cycles, he says.
Interest payments is
Yeah.
what, 25 to 30%. And
Highway
it'll
robbery.
kill you. Minimum payments, they're just they got you over barrel. So
yeah, our
Quote.
former stake president told me how one of his employees was Native American and who got a loan, and the payback on the res was like 150%.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so he paid off the loan, and then the employee just paid him like 10% interest or whatever, just paid it back.
Oh, well, that's a great deal.
Oh yeah.
Quote, that's why healthy financial behavior is important to build stability and long-term security, allowing goal achievement, independence, and access to opportunities, as well as reduce stress and good mental health, unquote. Yeah.
Well, if you ever like set goals for like weightlifting and stuff, you achieve, or weight loss, you achieve those goals, you get like endorphins that kick in, you get happy, these small little successes. It's the same thing with financial independence.
Yeah, the only endorphins I know about are the ones on fish. So
There you go.
sorry. But
These are
anyway,
shark fins.
good story.
All right, we'll
Yep.
we'll catch you this afternoon. Thanks, folks.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.